Have you ever had someone say something that instantly made your blood boil? Some people know exactly how to push your buttons, and the moment you react, they win, because that reaction gives them power over you. But what if you could stop handing them control of your emotions? In this video, I'll show you exactly how to break out of those emotional traps, stay cool under pressure, and reclaim your inner peace. By the end of this video, you'll be so unstoppable that no one's words can ever disturb your peace again. Chapter 1, your problem. Some people think it's wrong to feel angry, but the truth is, anger is just a tool. It's your brain reacting to what it believes is a threat. The real issue isn't the emotion itself, it's how you handle it. There's a saying, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. The truth is, your primitive brain is doing exactly what it was built for, survival. Back in the day, being excluded from the tribe could literally mean death. So when someone disrespects, ignores, or criticizes you, your nervous system sounds the alarm, just like it would in real danger. But today, you're not fighting for survival. And while your instinctive reaction is understandable, the real problem starts when you let that reaction take over. When you lash out, stay angry for hours, or let someone else hijack your mood, that's when you surrender your peace. And to fix that, it's important to change your perspective. Chapter 2, your perspective. When someone snaps at you, your gut reaction is probably, they're mad at me. But often that's not true at all. Most people act out because they're overwhelmed, stressed, or scared, and you just happen to be the closest target. If you take everything personally, you'll constantly carry emotional baggage that was never yours in the first place. So here's what to do instead. Start seeing their behavior as a reflection of their inner state, not your worth. If someone keeps interrupting, maybe they're insecure and need to feel heard. If someone responds harshly, maybe they've had a horrible day. Once you make that shift, their behavior feels less like an attack and more like a window into their struggles. And no, this isn't about excusing bad behavior. It's really about not taking every rude comment or harsh tone as a personal attack on your identity. This is about choosing what gets through your emotional filter and what doesn't. Chapter 3, your emotional filter. Every day, you're bombarded with things trying to trigger a reaction. Texts, comments, tone of voice, random strangers, but not everything deserves your emotional energy, because that energy is limited, and wasting it on things that don't matter leaves you drained. This is where emotional filtering comes in, treating your emotions like a resource. Here's how. Mentally sort each trigger into one of 3 buckets: urgent, useful, or useless. Let's say something ticks you off. Ask yourself, will this help me improve something? Does it actually affect my life in a real way? Or is it just background noise? If it's that third one, let it go. It's just emotional junk. But being able to let it go is all about having good control over your first reaction. Chapter 4, your first reaction. In the heat of an argument, when your anger's rising, you need to create space between trigger and response. One effective strategy is to use intentional distractions. Shift your focus to something neutral for a few seconds. Count the sounds in the room. Spot 5 objects of the same color nearby. This momentary shift buys you time enough to stop your emotions from hijacking your mouth. Your brain literally can't lock into 2 emotional processes at once. But if you're already past the tipping point, try a temperature shift. It's a physical strategy to reset your emotional state. Take a sip of cold water. Splash water on your face. Rub your hands with something cool. These tiny physical actions snap your nervous system out of panic mode and help you see the moment for what it is, not a war zone, just a conversation. Then, and only then, can you decide if it's worth continuing or if it's just your ego trying to win. Chapter 5, your ego. When someone's trying to get a rise out of you, it's your ego they aim for, and most of our anger comes straight from there. So here's the right move. Take a step back and separate who you are from what others say. When you detach from needing to defend your identity, you become untouchable. This doesn't mean you let people walk all over you. It means you stop letting them own your emotions. Everyone has emotional buttons, and some people love pushing them. But if you stop reacting, the game stops being fun for them. They'll get bored, and they'll stop. But here's where it gets interesting. You don't just have to stay calm and make them stop. You can use your secret weapon to flip the script completely. Chapter 6, your secret weapon. In a tense moment, everything can feel heavier than it is. Your brain tightens up, and suddenly, every word sounds like an insult. That's when humor comes in, not as sarcasm or defense, but as a pressure release. Try something light and disarming, like we're acting like we're in the final episode of a show we never thought would end. That kind of comment doesn't attack anyone. It brings a new perspective to the situation and lightens the mood. And sometimes, that's all it takes to pull everyone back down to earth. But as we all know, anger will always knock on the door, but you don't have to let it in, because most of the time, what you're angry about today, you won't even remember next week.